not really sure. I'm kind of nervous. Hi! I can't see what you guys see right now, but... Hi! Face reveal. Except I've done a face reveal like 80 times now. So just, I guess, drawing with my face. Hi! I'm not that pretty. You guys are too sweet. I'm so pretty. Oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. You guys are too sweet. What is your favorite drawing of mine? I'm already starting in with the questions. Probably Galaxy Girl. I really liked that one back when I drew it. I'd like to redraw it at some point. I look amazing. I'm wearing a swimsuit because I was supposed to go swimming, but it's downpouring. Like, really coming down. My hair is super pretty. Thank you. I know a lot of people really like my hair. I love it. I absolutely love my hair. Your glasses go well with your hair. That's why I got them. That's actually why I got them, because they matched my hair. Cake or cookies? I guess it depends on what mood I'm in, but I'll usually go for cookies over cake. How do you get better at digital art for beginners? I have an app on my phone, but it's harder than drawing on actual paper. You really just gotta keep working. Like, the more you draw, the better you'll get. And that's the same with using apps. Like, I'm using Photoshop right now. Like, that's what I'm using. And God, I hate Photoshop. It's awful. But I've been using it for probably 6 months now, and I'm kind of getting the hang of it. Like, I'm figuring out what's right for me. I don't know. Yeah, you just gotta keep working at it. Keep practicing. What color is your hair? Like, what color dye do I use? Because if that's it, I use a mixture of magenta, salmon, flamingo pink, and a lot of conditioner. Like, so it dilutes the color. Milk chocolate, dark chocolate, or white chocolate. I don't like white chocolate at all. I like dark chocolate and milk chocolate. I don't know, I really like sweet stuff, but I really do like dark chocolate. Do you watch YouTube? And if so, who's your favorite YouTuber? I do watch YouTube. I haven't been able to watch it a lot recently because I've been pretty busy, but I really like gaming YouTubers. Like, not single gaming YouTubers, but groups. So, like, I'll watch Let's Play, I'll watch the Yogscast, I'll watch, I'm trying to remember all of the people that I watch. I like to watch, what's their names? I watch a lot of people play a lot of games. Mostly Let's Play and the Yogscast. I also like, I can't remember what their channel's called, but it's Matt and Stephanie. Like, they're gonna have a baby. They do the game theories. Game Theorist. I watch them a lot. Like, I watch when they live stream games. I love it. Will drawing on paper help you in the digital area, or digital is the way to go for faster improvement? I definitely think you should improve what you can draw on paper, but working digitally alongside that also is good. Like, I've been drawing digitally for about, I guess I started in 2007. So 11 years. I've been drawing digitally for 11 years, but that hasn't stopped me from drawing traditionally. Like, I'll draw traditionally all the time. And I actually prefer to draw traditional most of the time. Like, I'll do watercolor paintings. Like, I can't really do that in Photoshop yet. Like, I haven't figured it out. Matt and Steph already had their baby. They did! See, I haven't watched them in a long time. I'm a theorist. OMG. Do I watch any anime? No. I tried watching Vampire Knight like a couple months ago because I really wanted to watch it when I was little, like 13 or so. I guess that's not really that little. But I just can't get into it. Like, there are some animes that I absolutely love. Like, anything Studio Ghibli. I believe that's how you pronounce it, Studio Ghibli. Anything them. I love Cardcaptor Sakura. Like, I tried watching the new season, though, but I kind of lost interest because it's been so long. Like, I probably watched that when I was 13, too. Do you like any comics or action movies like Avengers or other ones? I did a full, like, marathon, kind of, with my friend, so we could catch up on all of the Avengers. And the one we missed was Spider-Man. We forgot about the new Spider-Man. Like, we started watching the latest Avenger movie, and it's like, oh no, he's in this one! I am more traditional, but I want to become an animator when I grow up, and I know digital is important. Sorry for all of the questions. You definitely, every teacher or professor you're ever gonna have is gonna want you to draw traditional. So if you want to do that, you should practice traditional. Like, get good at digital, but your basics are all going to be on traditional. Like, they're gonna have you animate on a piece of paper. What kind of tablet and program do you use? Well, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that's thunder. I use a Bamboo Pen and Touch. I don't know if you can see this very well, but it is old. Like, I think I got it when I was in 10th grade, I think, because I lost my tablet pen for my other tablet, and I was really sad, so my parents were like, well, we'll get you a new one. I'm gonna replug, because it's old. And the program I'm using right now is Photoshop, so it says Adobe Photoshop CS6 right here. That's the one I'm using, which sucks. I would rather use Sai, but I'm figuring it out. There's no way to stabilize your pen in this one, so I'm just doing everything as best I can. Does Hussy own your soul? We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that on this channel anymore. Do you have any tips for younger artists? Practice. And when you don't feel like practicing, just draw. Draw what you love. Follow your obsessions is a good piece of advice that I've heard. If you really like something like Yokai Watch or Pokemon or Digimon or whatever you're into, draw a ton of that. That's what I did back when I was super into anime. That's why I have more of an anime than cartoon style. But practice. Practice. Do you take commissions? I do. I actually have a link in the description where you can find my commission info. And I do PayPal or DeviantArt points depending on what one you're kind of looking for. Like I do chibi commissions, which is basically what I'm doing now. Like I'm doing a chibi, like right here. Or I do regular commissions, which is PayPal. And you can, you know, if you are interested, you can message me anywhere and say you're interested. Did you go to art school? I did not. I wanted to, and I still want to, but I don't have the money to go to art school, and I'm not gonna go into debt just so I can learn how to, you know, draw better. That's not how I want to learn. And if I can do it eventually, like if I can go to an art school or a school that does art, that would be amazing. I would absolutely love that. Any art schools out there looking for another +1, hit me up. I'm currently aligned with Frederator, the art company, so I am already working an art job. I just want a better art education. And I have professors who would be like, hey, she'd be good at an art school. Like, I still have one professor that I still occasionally talk to. He got me my first job. I haven't talked to him in a while, though. But he would definitely be able to write me a letter of recommendation if I wanted to go anywhere. Self-taught? Question mark? I am. I have learned a few techniques. I think most artists are self-taught. Like, you can't really have someone else teach you. You have to learn it all basically on your own. Like, even if you've taken a class, like, I've taken a few classes. When I was younger, I took a semester at a actual art school, and I didn't learn anything. Like, I basically just painted stuff there. Like, I did a lot of acrylic stuff, and the acrylic chalk, I believe? I'm not sure. I did a lot of that, and the only thing I learned there was I needed to use a reference. I need to use references, which I guess is... like, I get little tidbits. I wasn't very good at learning. I'm not very good at learning, but it's easier for me to, I guess, figure things out than have somebody point it out to me. I'm a doer, not a thinker. Oh, I'm also a thinker, but in a different aspect. What best free laptop art programs would you recommend? I think GIMP was a really nice one to start off with. It's GIMP. That was the one I used when I thought it was cool and was not Photoshop. Like, it's GIMP is basically an easier to use Photoshop. Let me turn that down a little bit. Can you animate? If so, do you enjoy it? Yes, I can. Takes me a long time because I don't really know how to do anything. Like, I've read a few books and I've tested out a little bit, and it's very difficult. So I don't really like animating. I have done an animation. If you click on my channel, the first thing you'll see is my cut my hair animation, or animatic, I guess. I guess it's an animation. It's nothing special, but it's kind of the level I'm at. Like, it's very simple animation. I need to drink something. Give me a second. Why are you so cute? I'm not. Water. Any tips on how not to be obsessed with doing everything perfectly the first time? I have this problem. Like, I want things to look so good. But at some point, like, I was doing this. Like, I would not post art for the longest time because it was awful. It was like, this is so bad, and I don't want people to see this. And it just makes me sad looking at it, or whatever I was thinking at the time. And so I didn't post for like a good 3 or 4 months. And eventually I got to the point where I figured nobody's gonna look at my stuff anyway. Like, I had lost most of the people who followed me. Like, most of them just kind of moved on. I lost all of those people, and I decided for myself that, you know, if I don't post anything, it's not going to be a problem if I post something. Like, nobody's gonna point out my flaws, and nobody's gonna be like, ooh, what is that? Like, ugh. I don't know. I just think it's not as big a deal to have stuff that doesn't look good. Like, my thing was, I wanted everything to look so good, and I'm not at the level where everything looks amazing. Like, I can do some realism, and I like the way it looks, and then I'll go into anime or whatever other style that I have, my style. I'll go into my style, and I'll try to kind of incorporate realism into it, and it just doesn't really mesh well. Like, I try to make it mesh, but sometimes it just comes out really bad. So I get upset, and I don't want to post it. So I just kind of let it sit, which is bad. You're not supposed to let your art sit, because then it just deteriorates. Do you like Panic at the Disco? Yes. I used to like Melanie. I'm not sure how I feel about her now. Hi, I'm new here. Hi, Lucy. Or Lucky Lou. Not not Lucy. Sorry, I read that wrong. I have dyslexia. What best art form would you say is the best to start with? Like anime or cartoons or anything different? I definitely started with anime, and my stuff did not look like anime at the time. Which I guess it still kind of doesn't. Like, I've got my own thing kind of going on. I say start with whatever you want. Honestly, whatever gets you into drawing is good. And if anybody tells you otherwise, forget them. What inspired you to draw? I genuinely started drawing because my friends were drawing better than I was. And I wanted to be the best. Like no one ever was. And it's funny because we started drawing as Pokemon, like Pokemon trainers, and my friend drew me. Ooh, I'm gonna take a pause on her, and I'm gonna draw what she drew me as. She drew me as like, I'm gonna give myself that backwards cap. I absolutely loved this drawing, by the way. She drew me as an Eevee, like Pokemon trainer. And I had like, I think I did my Pokeballs around my neck because that's kind of what it was about. Your whole life was about chokers back then. I think I had shorts on. But she drew me as like an Eevee Pokemon trainer, which I absolutely love. I think I had a t-shirt or something on. Is it okay I draw furries? Lots of people make fun of me for it, and I want your honest opinion. Honestly, don't let anybody else tell you what you draw is bad, or what you draw is wrong, unless it's like really, really bad stuff. But like, you're not doing anything to anyone being a furry. Live your life. Furries are cool. Furries draw animals. Animals are cool. I literally lived a ton of years wishing that I was a furry. Like, cause I think furries are super cool, and I always have had furry friends. Like, I've literally have had furry friends ever since I was in like 9th grade? Maybe even younger, I don't know. Somebody said, why does art school Shauna Gallant says, why does art school hate anime or styled art? I don't think that it hates anime. I genuinely know that there are people who do not like anime. But those are usually like old farts who are not used to the way anime looks. I think this is how I was drawn. I had like a peace sign or something on my shirt. The likeness is uncanny. I don't think that art school hates anime. I think they just see it too much. And a lot of people can't get jobs in the anime industry because we live in America or Europe or wherever you're from that's not Japan. I definitely think if you lived in Japan, they would be a lot less uppity about that kind of stuff, but also at the same time, Japan also really likes I don't know. Japan, they're very like strict about their art stuff, so you have to be like a savant to be into art over there, I guess. But here, you're really not gonna get very many jobs in the anime industry if you have an anime art style, unless you make that job for yourself. Like, a lot of people go into comics, and you could totally become a comic artist and draw in an anime style. Man, I feel like this is much better than this. I'm bored of you. I'm bored of you. That's why I think they don't really like anime. I genuinely don't think they have a problem with the anime style as long as you understand your basics. Like, I had a professor, my professor who got me my first job, I had him as like a sort of everything teacher. Like, I wasn't in the art department at my school because I just genuinely couldn't think that I didn't think that I could go for art because nobody gets an art job. I genuinely was like, I can't go for art. And my art teacher, all of my art teachers were like, are you sure? Like, are you sure you don't want to go for art? Which I probably should have just listened to them. But, he apparently had this conversation with his son. Because he came up to me when I was doodling something, or I was in a figure drawing class, and figure drawing is where you draw people naked. And I met one of my first friends in college there. She was the model, and she was president of the anime club. And I was like, hey, like, while she's naked standing up there, like, you're the president of the anime club? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, cool, I'm gonna have to talk to you about that after. Like, oh, so awkward. But I made friends with her after that. You know, 2 of the models I kind of made friends with up there. Like, they did like my art, I definitely think. But my art professor came up to me and was like, my son watches anime. And I was like, oh, that's cool. Like, how old is he? He's like, oh, he's like 30 something. Like, oh. But not every professor is gonna be like, I hate anime. That's basically the moral of this story. Oh, that's creepy. Fix the peace sign. It's making me nervous. Don't worry, I will. My name is Eevee. You pronounce it like Eevee the Pokemon. Well, that's cool. What kind of color would you say you like the most? I like pastels and darks mixed for contrast. I really like pastels. Like, if you notice, I've used a pastel pink for my sketch. I genuinely love pastel colors. Hi Blaze, hi Fern, welcome to the stream. I'm literally not even gonna be able to stream for very much longer. But welcome. What is my main inspiration for art? I definitely think at first it was my friends. Like, I really wanted to be better than them. And I still kind of hold that competitive nature, because I feel like you can't improve unless you're having fun and kind of working alongside someone else. Like, every once in a while I'll draw with my friends on here. Like, every once in a while I'll draw with everybody in a draw pile on my server. And it's just really nice to be able to see everybody's different styles and be able to work off of people's styles. Like, if somebody draws a mermaid, I'm like, oh, I want to draw a mermaid. Like, I kind of just follow what I feel now. Like, every once in a while I'll draw something boring, like this. Like, this is cute, but it's kind of boring. Like, there's not much to it, and I'm not really feeling it, so I'm doing Pokemon. Pokemon! And her eyes are way too far up. Look better. Yeah, it's better. Easiest way to make friends. Start talking to them while they're naked. You know, you'd be surprised how many people I talked to when they were naked. Like, how many of the models I talked to. Like, they would come around. They wouldn't be naked while they were walking around, but they would come around and look at all of the art, and I would talk to them about my drawing. Because it was a beginner class, and I didn't realize that. And so I was like, I want to take figure drawing, but, like, I've already got 11 years under my belt of drawing. So they would come around and they'd be like, oh, like, is that what I look like? And I'd be like, yeah, like, you look like that. They'd be like, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Why do so many artists use Paint Tool Sai when you can get Fire Alpaca? Paint Tool Sai costs money and Fire Alpaca doesn't. Well, my friend, let me tell you about this great thing called pirating. There are so many people who don't pay. Now, I'm not saying that I did this, Wink. But, I had Paint Tool Sai for the longest time, and I may or may not have gotten it for free. May or may not. You cannot figure out if I did or did not pay for it, but, I received it from a friend, and I did not have to pay for it. In the end, I guess. Trying to be as least incriminating as I can possibly be. Oh, by the way, I'm Steven from your server. Welcome. I'm not sure. I think you said you were German? Is it Steve? I believe. How can you make friends? I feel like being awkward around people is the only way that I make friends. Like, actually, that's not true. It's so weird. I don't know how to make friends. Friends somehow make me their friends. Like, I will talk to somebody and not, you know, just be like, oh, is this a conversation? And they're like, hey, can I talk to you later? And I'll be like, why not? Or you want to hang out again? I'll be like, sure. Like, I don't know, that sounds fun. I don't know. And then I have a friend. Like, people seem to like me. I feel like I never am the one who, like, starts the friendship, because it's so awkward for me. I'm like, what's your name? I'm Sarah. Like, I feel like if you bump into someone on the street and it's really awkward, you're like, oh, I'm sorry. But, like, if they're cute or if they look nice, you could be like, oh, I'm sorry. My name's Sarah, by the way. Don't make friends. Let friends make you. I'm serious. I literally... Fern and Blaze came to me. Like, I didn't seek them out. It's so weird. Like, ooh. I feel bad for saying that because I'm not good at making friends. They were just like, hey, we're here now. And it's like, how? How did you, what? I'm so confused. How? Okay. They both, look at them. They both said lol. Like, I don't know how I meet these people, but they end up being my friends. Like, my friend who I live in town with, I don't know how we became friends. It just kind of happened. Like, he was one of the, like, super popular kids. He was a cheerleader and, like, hung out with the cheerleaders and that kind of crowd. And I was best friends with a cheerleader at the same time. And that's how we kind of met. Like, I didn't know him when I was in school. Excuse me. Got, like, the burps. I didn't know him when I was in school. I'm getting, like, weird burps. I didn't know him when I was in school, because I knew him when I was in school. Like, I saw him around the halls, and I was like, whatever. I don't know you. Doesn't matter. But, as soon as I started hanging around with him, and my other friend, or I guess she was my cousin, him and my cousin, we started, like, seeing we had things in common. Like, we played a ton of video games together, or we played the same video games, and he was like, well, would you want to play video games sometime? And I was like, why not? I like video games. This seems fun. So I would hang out with him and this other girl, and we would go watch movies or something, because my cousin was not home. Like, she had just gone to college, or she had to go back because she had to go to college, and we would hang out and watch movies or whatever. And it just kind of happened. Like, I was just their friend at that point. It's like, oh, I don't know how this happened, but it happened. Like, how did it, I don't know. I'm just here now. I guess I'm your friend. And, we still are really good friends. I'm not very in touch with my real life friends. I know sometimes I make friends with people who are better off being acquaintances. Like, I hung out with this one girl. Her name is not going to be disclosed. Sorry. Because I don't know if she knows about this, everything. But I hung out with her for a good, probably year. And I just couldn't stand hanging out with her anymore. Like, she's fun in small doses. And she can be really, you know, bubbly and happy and fun and have fun and all that. But after a while, she was kind of a downer, like a Debbie Downer. And I am what my coworkers would call Susie Sunshine. Like, I'm very upbeat, like, if we're in person, unless I'm comfortable with you, and then I'll just be like, what up? Like, I'm very, like, I don't know, I feel like I'm down to earth, and I like to be positive about things. But there was just something about her. She would just always was sad about something, and it was annoying. Like, I don't know if that's just who she is, but it was very, very irritating after a while. And she would always want to hang out, like, always. She would want to hang out and then sleep over so we can hang out again the next day. And I hang out with my friend here in real life every couple days. Like, if I don't see him, I'll play video games with him. And that's our way of hanging out. Like, we don't always have to be together to hang out. Like, you can text me. Like, I'll text you back. I will. I guarantee it. I don't know. I don't know. There's some people who I think they are better as acquaintances, and I feel bad for saying that, because that's genuinely how I feel. Like, some people you just really don't want to be friends with, and it's nothing against them. It's just kind of who they are compared to who you are. Like, your personalities match, but it's kind of too much sometimes. You really like to say Debbie Downer, don't you? Do I? I probably say it a lot. I get told that I'm that a lot, which is not true. My friends made me call them mom and dad. I call my friend dad because he literally acts like a parent. I also call him mom sometimes because he acts like a mom. You do say Debbie Downer a lot. Well, if the shoe fits. Have you ever tried making little toys or something like DIYs? I used to do slime. Like, I would occasionally make a nice slime. I did make something for this guy that I liked, and he recently sent me a picture of it, and I blocked him because hell no. Like, I'm not digging up anything from the past that anybody can hurt me with. Like, I really liked this kid, and I like tested if he actually wanted to be my friend or not by like not instigating, like seeing if he would text me to hang out or something like that, and he never did. And I was like, cool, I know where I stand. So I deleted him on everything, and I blocked him as soon as he added me back. Like, he added me back like a year and a half later, but, you know, was like, absolutely not. Like, he actually just moved back into town, because he was living somewhere else, and I think he just wants friends, but I'm not gonna be that person. I'm not gonna fall back into that. No way. No way, no how. Sorry, I'm not here to be your blanket. Wow, look at that hand. That's a strong hand. Oh man, that's huge. I love lo-fi. I don't know about anybody else, but I genuinely would listen to the lo-fi playlists over and over and over again. Like, Chill Good Beats, I believe is what it's called. I absolutely loved that. That hand is... I hacked. Is it really off for you guys?